Are tattoos a mistake? For some, absolutely not. It's art, it's passion, expression, it's a way of living. Although for others, yes, it's an absolute mistake. Getting heavily tattooed is not for everyone and do have some disadvantages that some people don't think about before. With the rise in popularity of tattoos, I think a lot of young, easily influenced people got fully covered real fast and regretted it.
I regret
my tattoo.
I regret.
I regret.
I regret.
And I regret it.
The regret.
Never got tattooed.
And then hating all of them.
You can't treat tattoos like a fashion accessory. So what the f is wrong with you? What did you think was gonna happen? So this video is for you that can't wait to be fully covered up, but maybe wonder before jumping into it. How is life when you have so many tattoos? So here's 12 reasons why you should think twice before getting heavily tattooed. Number 1, traveling. It's not everywhere around the world that tattoos are as accepted as it is in America. Japan, for example, there's some onsens, gyms, restaurants that you won't be allowed in if you can't hide your tattoos. And as most of you know, that's because of the strong connotation that tattoos have with the Japanese mafia, the Yakuza. Obviously, they know as a foreigner that you're not a Yakuza, but instead of trying to pick and choose, oh, you're a gangster, you're not a gangster, they just decided to not discriminate in their discrimination. However, in Japan, it is slowly changing as the new generation taking over are more open-minded when it comes to tattoos. It seems that you could get arrested or fined in the United Arab Emirates if your tattoo is obscene or offensive to public decency and local laws. It is strongly suggested to cover up your tattoos when visiting more traditional areas. Airport securities are a little bit of a pain in the ass. I've traveled a lot and I've been searched a lot. You know this, you have been randomly chosen to be searched. Listen, it's a choice I made. I know what I look like. It's just a reality that they are profiling people at the airport. In any case, I have nothing to hide. I just stay polite with the officers. So usually the process is pretty quick and easy. I think Cuba was one of the worst places. I used to go to Cuba every year for many years. I love that place. But every single time I would be put aside with the dogs, and they were even forward with it. They would be like, oh, you have tattoos, you must have dogs, come with us. That was every time, and it would take up to an hour, and when they couldn't find anything, obviously they would let me go. But I started to get nervous at the end. I was like, what if they plant something, you know, just to get some money out of me? So I decided not to go anymore for that reason. Although this is over 15 years ago, so it probably changed by now. But it is something to be aware of when traveling. Having a lot of tattoos will get you some unwanted attention from the border patrol officers. Number 2 is a weird one. People looking for trouble. I can't tell you how many times people wanted to fight me because of the way I looked. They thought because I had tattoos that I wanted to look tough and they wanted to try me. I've been told I want to try you tonight. It's just, to me, incredibly weird. Actually, for a long time, I quit going out because of that. It was literally every night that I would go in a bar. And I'm not the kind of guy that looks for trouble. I'm not a fighter. First off, this shit hurts. And it brings me absolutely no joy to do so. So obviously, by quitting drinking completely for the past 4 years and not going out in bars anymore, I do not encounter these people anymore. At some point, it had become a running gag with my friend. They were like, oh, okay, who's gonna want to fight Joe tonight? I'm telling you, if there's one thing I don't miss about the nightlife, it's that. Number 3, people not taking you seriously. Whatever opinion you might have, how knowledgeable you are about something. Some people will completely disregard you and what you have to say just because you have tattoos. I know it sucks, but people are shallow and ignorant. Number 4, judgment. No matter how polite, nice, helpful you could be, there's always gonna be people not trusting you because of the way you look. Idiots that will tell you that it's a lack of judgment from your part to have tattoos. Even go as far as telling you that it's a mental illness, that we need to seek help. I've even been told by a 75-year-old woman that just stopped in front of me and said, Jesus Christ, you're ugly. People really have the need to tell you what they think about your tattoos. Even in clubs and bars, I've had girls pulling my shirt to see at my tattoos. And my answer to this, my reaction to this was, what if I was going to pull on your shirt and just say, well, I just wanted to see your tits? How would that go? To me, it's the same thing. So you do have to have somewhat of a thick skin when it comes to be fully covered, because there's a lot of insults that's gonna come your way. Although funny enough, most of those judgmental people would probably be the first one to tell you, do not judge others. As long as you're dressing like me, talking like me, thinking like me, and you're acting like me. You know, people don't like different. Number 5, relationships. You might be really into someone, but unfortunately, because of your tattoos, they won't be into you. And this is just something you need to accept. It's completely fine. It's physical preferences like any others. I used to be dating this girl. We're seeing each other casually, and I wanted this relationship to go further. She actually started laughing. She said, "Did you look at yourself in the mirror? There's no way I would introduce you to my parents." I think it's funny because, you know, I've been used. You're so used to living with your tattoos, you don't see them anymore. They're just a part of you. But you never know how people are seeing you. And in that case, she clearly did not see me as her boyfriend. Number 6, jobs. Although it's rarer now. But there will be jobs that won't hire you if you're heavily tattooed. Finance, lawyers, accounting, dentists, doctors, education, luxury, hospitality. There might be a field that you're really interested to work in, but unfortunately, because you're fully covered and tattooed, you will have a lot of trouble to find an entry in that job. Also, this applies if you're self-employed. A lot of people won't want to do business with you because you're fully covered. Although there's always exceptions to the rules. My financial planner is fully covered almost as much as me, and he is very successful, but he's slowly leaned into being fully covered after becoming successful and proving himself to his clients. Number 7, the sun. My ex. She seriously thought she was going out with a vampire. I never walk in the sun. I always look for shades. And if there's no shade, if I can't fully cover my skin, I will rather stay home. You can use sun protection, of course, but you still feel the burning sensation much faster. And the sun, my friend, is the worst enemy for your ink. Makes them look drab, the color fades. And some people say, oh, black and gray is better, it doesn't fade as much. Black and gray still fade. Delicate light gray shades that makes all this beautiful texture. If you tan a lot, you completely gonna lose them because your skin will become darker than the tone of gray that the artist put. Definitely the sun is not your friend if you want to keep your tattoos looking beautiful for a long time. That is something to think about. Number 8. Sorry. Medical concerns. If you don't know what an MRI is, it's something to scan your insides, and it's like big magnets turning around you, something like that. And if you have tattoos and get an MRI, most likely nothing will happen. But in rare cases, some people might feel a slight burning where they have the tattoos because some ink do contains heavy metals. And again, in rare cases, could cause visible minor burns after the MRI. I remember when people were saying that you could absolutely not get an MRI because of your tattoos. It seems that this was a little bit of a myth. From what I gathered, you will not burst into flames even if you have tattoos when getting an MRI. Here in Canada, you have to wait at least 3 months after getting tattooed before you can give blood. Also, some nurses complain that it's hard to find the veins when you have that many tattoos. Although I've never encountered that problem myself, I've heard about it many times, which makes the process of drawing blood a little more painful for you. Detecting skin conditions. Tattoos can make it harder to detect skin cancer, for example. By being tattooed for so long, I did notice some beauty marks that surfaced over the tattoos. And the tattoo do change colors at that spot. It just makes it harder because you have so many designs, you're so covered. But even the black, if you have beauty mark growing or something there, you will see it. You just need to be a little more aware, be a little more vigilant. It won't be as easy to see if you have that many tattoos. Number 9, trends passes. If you get heavily tattooed because of a trend, you will most likely regret it. If you never liked tattoos before and because you're seeing them on your TikTok homepage, thinking to yourself, I think I want a tattoo now. Don't do it. Just don't. Number 10. Unfortunately, anything that lives wither and dies at some point. Your tattoos won't look good till the end of your day. They fade. Some colors completely go away, some faster than others. The lines that don't stay as crisp. These are things you should know before getting fully covered so you're not surprised down the line. How a tattoo is gonna age also depends of the skill level of the tattooer that you're gonna go see. But even the best one can't compete with time. But when a tattoo is well made, for sure, it's gonna age better. And for the haters that are gonna tell me that I am gonna look like shit at 80 years old with all my tattoos, you will look like shit at 80 as well, just with no tattoos. Number 11. You only get to do it once. Technically, you do have lasers, cover-ups, blast-overs, or second layer, but it's not the same. What I mean by that is I always love hearing someone that is super excited to get their new piece. They're getting a full sleeve or they're getting like a meaningful project to them and they're really excited about it. And it's kind of cool that I get to live this excitement making their first tattoo, making that project for them. But once you're fully covered, that's it. There's always another cool idea that you're gonna have, beautiful designs that you're gonna see. That's why I tell people to take their time. I've seen some people in their early 20s get fully covered within a year. Bro, take your time. It's not a race, like most things in life. If you're really into tattoos, none of these should bother you. You should live your life to your standards. And for yourself, not for what other people think your life should look like. But you need to be aware of certain drawdowns that comes with looking like this. And if you are the slightest bothered by any of those disadvantages I just told you, don't get tattoos. You don't have to. Nobody says that anyone should have tattoos. It's not for everyone. Just wait to see if down the road you still want some. And if you must start, do small tattoos that you can easily cover up with clothes. That's what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. I got some cool stuff coming up in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. I appreciate your time, and like always, I'll see you in the next one.